Hello and welcome back to Introduction to Astronomy. My name is Paul Eric and I teach physics and astronomy at Ozarks Technical Community College in Springfield, Missouri. And this video series is a video version of the lectures that I give to my Introduction to Astronomy students. So it is now time to start Unit 3. And Unit 3 is on nuclear physics, the sun, and the stars. So if you recall, in unit number 1, we used principles of physics, mechanics, and gravity, and light in order to explain how the planets went around the sun, and then also how to measure properties of a star by using its light. So in this unit, we want to also use some principles of physics, in particular principles of gases and nuclear physics, in order to understand how stars work. So this one only has 4 lessons. So we're going to do lesson 15 is about our star, the sun. And then lesson 16, we're going to enlarge our view and talk about other stars and what their properties are. And then in lesson 17, we're going to talk about how stars are born. And then finally, in lesson number 18, we're going to talk about the deaths of stars. So here's your lesson objectives for this particular lesson. We're going to predict how the pressure, the temperature, and the volume of a gas is related using the ideal gas law. Then we're going to study the nucleus, and we're going to explain how small a nucleus is. Explain what the particles are that are located in the nucleus, explain what an isotope is, be able to write the symbol for an isotope. We'll talk about what the atomic mass is on the periodic table, explain what the strong and the weak nuclear forces do, explain the difference between nuclear fusion and nuclear fission, and then determine the identity of an element produced in a nuclear reaction, and then explain how energy is obtained through nuclear processes. We're going to describe some of the general properties of our sun, explain how astrophysicists model the inside of a star, name and describe the different layers of the sun, explain the sun's granulation, explain what causes the sun's magnetic field, how they produce sunspots, and then what solar prominence and flares are. And then finally, we're going to talk about what the PP chain is, how a star converts protons into helium as its energy source. So your resources. So out of the Essential Cosmic Perspective by Bennett, be reading chapter 11. And then there is a crash course episode. Episode number 10 is on the sun. And then we're going to be talking about the ideal gas law. And so that is covered in Chemistry Fundamentals video series if you're interested in that. And then gases are also covered in Conceptual Physics Alive. And then there is also another crash course episode. This would be Crash Course Physics, and it talks about nuclear physics. Okay, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about how the pressure and the volume and the temperature of a gas are related to each other. I'll see you in just a moment.